Awesome. Connor Barwin, we have a game we like to play with some special guests, and you obviously are a special guest here. It's called the FanUp 5, presented by FanUp. Can you play with us here?
Let's go.
Awesome. Easy questions here. The FanUp 5 with Connor Barwin. First one comes from Mike in the Northeast. Mike in the Northeast wants to know, do you have a favorite play in your career?
I think I got a couple. One that sticks out. So I'll just give you two. One was in 2013. We had to win the game to go to the playoffs with the Cowboys at Dallas's stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They ran a bootleg on 4th down, and I was actually supposed to be dropping in coverage, but I was playing so fast, I just said F it and kept running at the quarterback and jumped up and batted the ball down and turned the ball over a downs, and we went on, and that put us into the playoffs in 2013. So that was a good one. And then the other one that stands out is my rookie year in Houston, regular season game early in my career. I have a pressure on Tom Brady. He's like falling back to throw it. I hit him right in the chest and knock him down. And he gets up and starts, complaining to the ref about a late hit. And just my instincts didn't really think about who it was. I turned around and kind of yelled at him, about something. Stop complaining in a certain way. And then he turned around and started screaming at me. And then before we knew it, we're like this, like screaming ridiculous things at each other. And it just kind of happened real quick. And it's funny to look back on, and like the refs came in and were like, hey, watch your language, guys. And then, all the veterans on my team were like, we're over on the sidelines. They're like, making fun of me about it, getting in a screaming match with Tom Brady. So that was a good one.
When your kid's a little older, you could talk all about it, my man. It's a great thing.
There's like a YouTube. It's on like YouTube. You can see it. It's pretty hilarious.
I'll be looking that up after this interview. Don't you worry. Who else do we have here? We have Mick in Fishtown. Mick in Fishtown. Favorite player growing up? Who was it?
Barry Sanders.
Of course, absolutely. Next question here is from Nicole. Nicole in Northeast Philadelphia. She wants to know, during lockdown, I ask this question to myself all the time. During lockdown, favorite thing you did during lockdown to kill the time?
I think I don't know if I had a favorite thing I did. I mean, I tried to stay busy and work, which I enjoy most of that. But there was significantly more time that I was with my wife and my son, which was really nice. Sometimes it was a lot of time, which was too much, but it was really nice.
All right, let's get to Ralph in Fishtown also. Ralph in Fishtown wants to know, when you were playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, who was the biggest character in the locker room?
I'll answer this. There were some characters, but the good ones, like there were a couple bad characters. But the best one to me, I wouldn't call him a character, but one of my all-time favorite teammates was Trent Cole. I mean, he was just unique, man. Like the way he went about the game, the way he thought, how hard he played, how hard he practiced, and just such a team guy that didn't worry about all the other stuff. He just wanted to play ball. He had fun. So he was really special to me.
That's awesome. And the bad ones? Just kidding. All right. So finally,
honestly, the bad ones I don't even remember their names. They just could be. I mean, I'm trying to think of one that's popping on my head, but I can't. But they don't last long. They weren't here long. You know what I mean?
Let that be a message to all the kids out there. Be a good dude, like Connor. And finally, who do we have here? We have Tommy in Collegeville. Tommy in Collegeville wants to know, if not football, what would you be doing?
Is that question? Like if I didn't ever play football?
If you didn't pursue football, you would have pursued what?
Well, when I was a kid, I thought I was going to be a high school teacher and coach, for whatever reason, and then once I, played in the NFL, that kind of changed. So, I think, just to answer the question, like something involved in sports, no matter what, being around the game, probably coaching, would be what I'd be doing, probably at a lower level if I never played in the NFL.
Have you ever, with all the community service you've done, have you ever considered politics?
No, not really. I mean, my dad was kind of in politics. He wasn't elected. He kind of advises me not to get into politics. But we'll see. I mean, I do have people kind of talking to me about it pretty regularly, but not in the game plan right now.
Gotcha. Well, you already got my vote, and I'll drum them up for you if I have to. It won't be difficult.